A new story of humanity must begin with a seed, a single, stubborn idea that life should not be confined to one fragile planet. Elon Musk in his 30s, not as a billionaire celebrity, but as a man haunted by the thought that one disaster, an asteroid, a war, a climate collapse, could erase everything humans have built. Hear his calm conviction as he says, "We should be a multi-planet species." That phrase is not marketing, it's a design requirement. It shapes every engineering choice SpaceX makes. Rockets must be reusable because you can't build a civilization with disposable tools. Ships must be cheap per ton because the real challenge isn't sending people, it's sending everything else. And every system must be built for repairability, redundancy, and scale, because a colony can't depend on one fragile supply chain from Earth. This vision transforms spaceflight from heroic missions to routine logistics, from one-time triumphs to a sustainable bridge between worlds. Long before SpaceX, Musk was chasing another impossible dream, the internet revolution. He built Zip2, a city guide software before Google Maps existed, then co-founded PayPal, the online payment giant. But when eBay bought PayPal in 2002, Musk didn't retire. He asked a question that no one in Silicon Valley was asking. What happens if life on Earth ends and we're not somewhere else? That single question redirected his fortune, his energy, and his entire life. He began reading rocket manuals, physics papers, and aerospace journals, not as a hobby but as preparation. Because if no one else would make humanity multiplanetary, he would try. In 2001, Musk conceived something small yet extraordinary, the Mars Oasis project. He wanted to send a tiny greenhouse to Mars to grow plants in Martian soil, a living symbol of life beyond Earth. But the cost to send even a small payload was astronomical. Each American rocket launch cost over $60 million. So he flew to Russia, hoping to buy cheaper rockets, and was laughed out of the room. That's when the realization hit him. We don't need cheaper rockets, we need to build them. In March 2002, Musk founded Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, SpaceX, inside a small warehouse in El Segundo, California. A handful of engineers joined him, young, underpaid, and fearless. Their goal, to build the world's first privately developed orbital rocket. They called it the Falcon 1, a nod to the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. It was small, simple, and utterly experimental. Every screw, every engine, every line of code was made from scratch. They worked 100-hour weeks, slept on couches, and tested rockets on a remote island in the Pacific Kwajalein Atoll, a place where failure was almost guaranteed. The first Falcon 1 launch failed, the rocket exploded seconds after takeoff. The second failed again. The third failed too. By 2008, SpaceX was nearly bankrupt. Musk had invested every dollar from PayPal, his marriage was falling apart. Tesla was also struggling at the same time. He was on the edge of total collapse, financially and emotionally. But then came Flight 4, the final rocket he could afford. On September 28, 2008, Falcon 1 successfully reached orbit. In that single moment, SpaceX made history, becoming the first private company to launch a liquid-fueled rocket into orbit. That success didn't just save a company, it saved a dream, the dream of humanity's second home. Weeks later, NASA awarded SpaceX a contract, a lifeline worth $1.6 billion to deliver cargo to the International Space Station. That contract kept SpaceX alive. And from that point forward, the company never looked back. They built the Falcon 9, then the Dragon capsule, and finally the Starship, the largest rocket ever constructed. Each design, each test, each explosion a step toward Mars. SpaceX was no longer a startup. It was the blueprint for the next chapter of human civilization.